Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Kazuri Alameen, still breathing, very grateful. I've just received a phone call a moment ago from a young lady who lost her father not too long ago. And as she's working through her grief and loss, it's going to take some time. But I wanted to get on and make this video because we all are going to stop breathing one day, one night, or one morning, one evening. That's affirmative. I've been in mental health for a long time, so I know what I'm talking about. 46 years to be exact, being in mental health experience, not podcasting, not going to do it. Experience. Experience is anything that you go through, anything that goes through you, that's experience. I got 46 years experience in mental health, doing groups for 45 years. So when a person loses a loved one, it takes time. Not only are we going to stop breathing, but how we stop breathing plays a role. What do you mean, Ms. Kazuri? Sometimes you lose a loved one or lose somebody that you know they die quick. Heart attack, car accidents, murder. Sometimes it's long suffering over years. Sometimes they die in hospice. So it's many, all these things play a role. It's not just death. How you die plays a role, and sometimes it's missed. And then you begin to share with people who have no insight about what I'm talking to you about. And people, sometimes they mean well, sometimes they don't, end up getting re-traumatized. Or they start to grief comparing you. Well, I know how you feel, man, because I lost my dad too. I know how you feel, sir. I lost my mom too. That's totally not okay. Sometimes people don't know what to say. Because some people pass, you don't have a relationship with them. Some people don't feel anything. So you have to be where you are in that process as you're working through your grief and loss, but it's not a rush process. Don't allow anybody to shame and guilt you where you should be or should have been as you're working through your grief and loss. Don't allow anybody to make you feel like, well, you should have been here by now. Or you should have healed here by now. That's totally not okay. That's how a lot of people get re-traumatized, and I see it all the time. Like I said, some people mean well, some people don't mean well. But how you die plays a role. Where you die plays a role. All these things plays a role. So whatever that person is feeling, or whatever you are feeling, those are your feelings. You have a right to your feelings. Sometimes along the highway of grief and loss, you're going to be angry, you're going to be sad, you're going to have some ambiguities. Because what transpires, ladies and gentlemen, when we lose a loved one, or somebody that we know, we have the memories left. The memories. Those are real experiences. So it's not a rush job. One of the things I've learned about grief and loss, it's something that you'll never get over with, but you'll get through it. You never get over it. You're not supposed to, but you'll get through it. You'll have moments of great memories where you get great happiness. You have moments of great memories where you'll be sad. You have moments of great memories where you'll get pissed. It's okay. Feel what you're feeling. And once again, grief is something that you never get over. You get through it. But key is you must move at your own pace. Move at your own pace, not what some guru said or some preacher said or some podcaster said. A person who is, don't know what they're talking about said because they got a microphone and some headphones on, and they're so-called influencer, and they don't know what the hell they're talking about. I'm bringing 46 years to the table. I didn't say 46 months. I said 46 years working with people who are working through grief and loss issues. So I would encourage you to take your time. Don't you rush yourself, and don't allow anybody to rush you, because you're going to have your moments. Well, at 9 o'clock I felt pretty good about this. 10 o'clock you feel it a different way. That's okay. But I see it so much where people go out to talk to people, and I understand it very well. But they talk to people who don't have the insight, and then you end up getting re-traumatized again. Well, you should be here by now. You should be there by now. I know somebody got over this quick. I know somebody got over that quick. That's not the issue. You got to be where you are with your feelings. That's part of the recovery process, and it is a process. So I want to encourage you, don't rush yourself, and don't allow anybody to rush you. Don't shame and guilt yourself, and don't allow anybody else to shame and guilt you. Very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, we all are going to leave here. We didn't come to stay. The evidence speaks for itself. It's not a belief. It's not a belief. The evidence speaks for itself. Just like somebody picked up our birth certificate, somebody going to pick up our death certificate. No matter who we are, what kind of labels we got in front of our name, behind our name, it doesn't matter. We're going to stop breathing on earth. We're going to stop breathing. All of us. That's real talk. Once again, the evidence stands on its own. It's not a debate. So I would encourage you, wherever you may be in that process, take your time. Don't rush yourself. Don't let anybody to rush you. It's very, very important. As you're working through it. It's a process. I say working through. Be where you at with it. Be where you at and you are where you be. That's all part of the recovery process. Be where you at. And you at where you be. Be where you at and you at where you be. That's okay. It ain't gonna feel good sometimes. It ain't gonna feel good at some time, and that's okay. You work with it, work through it to the best of your ability. Okay, but please, ma'am, please don't allow anybody to rush you and make you feel like something is wrong with you because you're dealing with and working through your grief and loss. And strive to get to the people who know what they're talking about to the best of your ability. There are a lot of people out here who don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about. And they're hurting a lot of people. Some of them mean well, some of them don't. So I would encourage you, be wherever you are, be there with it. Don't run from it. Flow with it. Be there with it. Please, ma'am, and please, sir, grief and loss is a process. You'll never get over it, but you'll get through it at your own pace. Not somebody else's pace. Not what a podcaster say, or not what some gurus say. You'll get through it at your own pace. Only you know how you feel. Only you are in your own spirit. People miss that sometimes. You got to do the inner work. Only you are in your spirit. You got a spirit for a reason. Nobody knows how you feel except you and the source that gave you the spirit. So be where you are where you be. Okay? Don't rush it and don't feel ashamed and guilty about it as you're working through your grief and loss. And you're going to have your moments, good, bad, happy, sad, up, down, in and out. It's okay. It's all part of the healing process. Please, no, and please, sir, this message is for somebody. Don't allow anybody to traumatize you and make you feel like something is wrong with you. Once again, we all going to leave here. Whether it's fast or slow, we all going to leave here. But how we leave plays a role. So you need to be able to process that based on your own culture, your own self-investigation, your own inner self. That's how you work through it. Learn from others, but you must move at your own pace. Please, ma'am, and please, sir. Peace.